Hello everybody, with me Anissa Dian R 1832211279 with my partner.
Aprilia Saraswati 183 221 252.
Today we will going explain about clothes. So I hope you enjoy this video. What is a class? Isn't it marvelous that a finite system like the English language can be manipulated in an infinite number of ways? Grammar clause help make this true, and they're particularly helpful for students as they learn more about writing and reading comprehension. Teaching can also focus on clause to call attention to specific problem in their student writing. Okay, let's learn about the different types of clause in grammar and how they work. And next, clause versus phrase. Words and phrases make up clause. Clause are a unit of grammar that contain at least one predicate or verb and a subject. This makes a clause different than a phrase because a phrase does not contain a verb and a subject. In fact, the essential component of a clause is the verb, and clause only contain one verb or verb group. A verb group can consist of a single word or contain helping verbs. If we look at a simple sentence, we say it only contains one clause. Here are some examples of a simple sentence that consists of just a single clause. Derby played. Jamie cooked dinner. A man in Cincinnati swam in the river. Sammy will excel on the varsity team. Jennifer has been dreaming during class. And the next is
Main clause. Main clause is groups of words that are interconnected which have a subject and predicate. Main clause, also known as independent clause because it can stand alone as a complete and whole sentence. The pattern is subject plus verb is complete thought. The example, she eats the cake. She as the subject, eats as the verb. So the sentence can be said as a simple sentence or independent clause. Subordinate clause. Subordinate clause is groups of words which has a subject and predicates but can't stand alone as a complete sentence because doesn't express a complete thought. Dependent clause is also known as subordinate clause. Dependent clause requires independent clause in order to provide appropriate complete information. A dependent clause begins with the subordinating conjunction like because, after, whereas, wherever, or relative pronoun like who, whose, and whom. The pattern is subordinate conjunction plus subject plus verb, but become incomplete thought. For the example, when they come to my house. When as subordinate conjunction, they as subject, come as verb. Subordinate clause can never stand alone as a complete sentence. To complete the thought, you must attach each subordinate clause to a main clause. The pattern, main clause plus blah 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 plus subordinate clause, or subordinate clause plus comma plus main clause. The complete clause example, I'm reading a book when they come to my house, or when they are come to my house, comma, I'm reading a book.
and the next is types of dependent clause. Number one is noun clause. Number two is adjective clause. And the last is adverb clause. And the next is noun clause. Noun clause is a group of words that band together and act like a noun. Noun clause are used when a single word isn't enough. They are always dependent clause. They cannot stand alone as a complete sentence, and they often begin with words like how, that, what, when, where, which, who, and why. Here are some noun clauses in the sentence. How he behaved wasn't acceptable. She didn't know where she was. Her favorite part of the book was when the dragon turned into a boy. And we can see the bold word so about noun clause. And the next is adjective clause. Adjective clause are a group of words that modify nouns and pronouns. This clause tends to begin with pronouns such as who, that, whose, and which. Here are some adjective clauses in sentence. Number 1 is the winner whose name are posted on the bulletin board will receive round-trip airfare to Mexico City. Number 2, money that is well spent will last forever. Number 3, exercise, which many people dislike, is good for you. And we can see in this pattern the bold sentence show about adjective clause, and the key word is whose, that, and which.
Adverbial phrase as a sequence of words that provide information, generally referring to the time, place, manner and degree in which an action, state, or event occurs. Adverbs that modify verbs add meaning to verbs and verb phrase by answering the question when, where, how, and to what degree. Adverbs that modify adjective. Adverbs can give additional meaning to adjective. An adverb that modifies an adjective answers the question to what degree. For the example, beautiful become very beautiful. Beautiful is adjective and very beautiful is adverb. Adverb that modify adverbs. Sometimes adverbs are used to give extra meaning to other adverbs. An adverb that modifies an adverb answers the question to what degree. For the example, walked slowly become walked quiet slowly. Walked slowly is adverb and quiet slowly also adverb.
Thank you for watching this video, and the last word, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
반짝이는 별빛들 깜빡이는 불 켜진